Hello, friends. Welcome to Magic with Melly. If you're new here, I definitely appreciate you for clicking on. Hopefully, you feel safe with my energy, and that's all I can hope for. If you don't resonate, that also can be a thing, okay? Because everyone's on their own journey, and so you may be here because your journey is similar to mine. You may be here because your energy, you feel safe in my energy. Whatever it is, I welcome you here if you're new. Also, welcome back for my collective. It's been a hard few days. It's like first-handedly experiencing someone else's karma. I'm first-handedly experiencing someone's second Saturn return, which is a lot of your karmic lessons kind of reaching full heed. And it's really tough to go through. You have your first Saturn return in your 30s, and then you have your second one in your 60s, and your third one around your 90s, if you can even get there. A lot of people don't survive their second Saturn return, or if they do, it's the consequences in the aftermath from not learning at the point of the transmutation or the transformation, because the Saturn return is just when things, like, the energy's like very obvious what your karmic placements are. You'll see them resonate in the chakras that you operated from. So if you operated from insecurity, if you tried to affect someone's stability, you're going to see leg pain or lower extremity pain. If you wanted to give someone mental health problems, or you gave people a lot of mental issues, like you were trying to affect the way someone's thinking, or maybe you acted out of feeling bad from that space a long time of being there, you'll then experience maybe chronic migraines, like really bad sticky ickies, or really interesting extreme experiences on your timeline. So I'm going through this personally because I'm 27, so my Saturn return is around the corner. My birthday's this month on the 11th, so I basically said I'm 27, but I'm turning 27. You could feel Saturn returns about a few years before. It's like Saturn returns every 30 years. So you can feel it a few years before and after the 29 or 30-ish year mark. You can feel it a little early. So I was looking into my spiritual path with my birth chart, and it speaks a lot on being able to ground spirituality. That is one of my biggest karmic lessons, is grounding spirituality. And so I feel I learned my karmic lesson, and I may not have such a traumatizing go of my Saturn return. However, on the other end of things, that's a main thing, but I also had to go through it. I'm not saying like it's just like smooth sailing. I did do some bad things. We all do good and bad things. If you've ever stolen money, that gets pulled right out of your bank account. If you have, like I was saying, like if you've been trying to give someone like a mental health problem, or even affecting someone's relationship, whatever you are doing directly, it will be returned to you karmically in the same placement. So if you're jealous of someone's relationship, you try and break someone apart, your situation will be broken because you're the one who's sending that energy out, and when Saturn returns, it will come back. Now, karma does return very immediately, but it can also take time. It could take the 30 years time for Saturn to come back for your karma to hit. And that's the thing of, if you think you got away with it in your 30s, 60s, and 90s, you're really going to see that you didn't get away with it. So that may be a message, because I'm not the only one going through a Saturn return in my loved ones' experiences. Some people's parents could go through this, grandparents can go through this, literally anybody on this earthly plane can go through a Saturn experience. 3 of Pentacles is giving. I've been reading this as like a place to learn, but I'm also getting like church or spirituality or religion, releasing constraints of maybe conditioned beliefs. It doesn't have to be relating to religion, but just releasing your conditioning. Because sometimes what we experience isn't what we chose. It's based off of what the humans in our life chose. Literally, the living situation that you grew up in or are currently in, maybe you didn't choose that. Maybe that's why you're so unhappy, is because you didn't choose that. Knight of Swords reverse is giving. It's giving that you guys are looking for depth, or something about protecting like maybe deep feelings or something, like someone's hiding in that regard. Okay, I'm sorry. KHOP at 95.1, that's a Central Valley station in California. I don't think there's anything wrong with a very general location kind of idea, but basically I need to drive, and this message is only going to be like 10 minutes long, and I was going to hold affirmations and shuffle cards, but honestly, I think I'm also experiencing spiritual attack, and it's not safe to be using divination tools, because it is a method for others to it is a method for like spiritual people to use that against other spiritual people. And then messages could be like, if you are clouded, messages could be clouded. And right now, sometimes if you're clear and someone's spiritually attacking you, they're going to try and use your spiritual tools when you're doubting yourself to cloud your mind. And I think maybe that's something that I need to kind of just use me, like my personal gifts as like within my human body to channel. But what I wanted to get to is just trusting the love and respect and protection that is in your life, and holding that, like holding that over like yourself if you can. I'm gonna put you down when I'm on the highway. I just don't want like the window to reveal like everything about where I'm at. But the thing is here with spiritual attacking, I think that's okay, maybe. I was talking about the perspective. And for anyone's interested, this is a disabled driving knob. So I can drive one-handed and with hand controls. However, I can drive with my prosthetic legs too. And that's like cool. Anyway, as far as things go, I don't know, since I'm turning, maybe you need a new direction as far as well, we were talking about karmic lessons, right? And if you're going through it or someone else is going through it, it's literally like spirits trying to break you down, like the astrological event breaks you down to where you are able to experience it, and like it's just so obvious. Like it's supposed to try and be as obvious as it can be, but if you don't believe in certain things, if you don't believe in that higher power or karma, or like just the laws of the universe to work this way or that, it may or may not work for you, or you may need the information, right? And that's what this may be a turning point, like literally with my turn signal on. I'm just using that as like intuition, right? Like the timing of messages and using my own signals for what they are, and not just spiritual tools are very spiritually susceptible, and with spirit attack, a lot of things get placed that makes it look like it's your own energy or your own thought pattern or your own, but it's not. It's intrusive thoughts. It's like sometimes some of you may experience like energy bouncing off, and you have technology glitches, like you want to do what you want to do but you just kind of can't, or like you're delayed. I got a burp just now, so I feel like I'm unleashing information, right? Like I'm releasing it. It's better out than in. Oh, I see a rainbow. I see a rainbow in the sky. Okay, I'm gonna put you back here for now. If you're not gonna, okay, that's maybe not the best because it's like a clear view of the window. Let's put you there, maybe. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, about spiritual attacks, technology glitches is definitely maybe a sign, okay? But that we do have technology glitches with Mercury retrograde because it's our communication showing us like maybe we're focusing too much on the people we're communicating with and not enough with ourselves. So it kind of, we get glitches around the people we need to take a break from, you know? And that's not to say that it's like a forever break, but just like a healthy break. Everyone needs a break. We literally get them at jobs. We literally like, yeah, like too much of something is too much. So you can resonate with that if you have been experiencing the small things with Mercury retrograde. However, if there's abnormal glitches or like too many obstacles, it could be it's not your path, but it could also be someone spiritually attacking you, seeing your power before you see it within yourself, right? If you have any self-doubt, any insecurity, if you're new at something, okay, if you are new at something, a more experienced person who may be insecure, or maybe they have fun with messing around with people, whatever their reasons are, a more experienced person in the community will see a newbie person and just find it fun to mess with you and like they may not see their karma until their Saturn return comes around, or until someone who's powerful enough that their karma just the energy just gets sent right back. But if you're not protecting yourself, the energy isn't that obvious. The energy goes to you until you're able to know that it's not your energy. Sometimes you get tested between like, is this like for me? Is this not for me? If you're questioning that, maybe it's not for you. Maybe someone's trying to make you think that. Like, I'm just trying to get those ideas jogging in your mind, because it is dangerous out here with spiritual attack. Because, especially on the mental health category, mental health, like our crown chakra is our closest physical body relation to higher source. The way we think, the way we carry ourselves, there's a lot of it that gets held in the brain. Mental health attacks is more common than is talked about. And I have, I know that I have people in my collective that follow me on social media or whatever. I got this tattoo. It says 27 on it because I'm turning 27. It's a ladybug. I think Spirit's giving me a red light so that I could sit here and talk. Spirit attack. Okay. So my phone alarm went off and totally just turned off my situation. So that's great. They don't want me to tell you this, I guess. But we lost somebody in the community, a spiritual person in the community. I don't want to say for sure what the reason was, but dying young, nobody deserves to die that young, right? Like, especially like a spiritual person. I really am concerned about spiritual attack on a spiritual person who only does good things. And maybe they weren't protecting themselves. Maybe they weren't aware. And I only wish that I could have connected more to warn this person. Literally this morning, I was warning my friend about the situation. And there's a new crack on my phone from using my phone to warn my friend about the situation. Because she has a new spiritual friend, and this spiritual friend uses like really expert level divination tools, spiritual tools, and my friend is new, is kind of using me as a guide, as like, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I'm just like, okay, that feels like a red flag. That feels like, this is maybe how you protect yourself. And I can't choose things for her. I can't tell her she has a bad friend. I don't know her friend. But even if someone has good intentions, you don't know who is attached spiritually. So holding boundary over the things you use, the things you choose, just having boundary over your own mental space. Also, if you have an intrusive thought, recognize your intrusive thought for what it is and like let it go. Just be like, I do not deserve to think that way. Okay? I'm not trying to think that way. Why am I thinking that way? And then maybe if you send the energy back to wherever it came from, it might expose who exactly is doing it, if you know what I mean. And so I think that's gonna be it for the messages, because I have places to be. I have basically family and loved ones to take care of right now, and myself to take care of right now. If you guys are going through it, like, you can't take care of the other people in your life unless you take care of yourselves. So I'm gonna just go do the thing. I'm hyping you guys up on just being safe and protective and meeting your goals. Like, really, people do this because they are jealous that you want to do what you want to do. They may not understand it. They may not even understand themselves or what they do. Like, it might be intentional. It might be accidental. Either way, if you feel bad juju, listen to the energy for what it is. Like, energy does not lie. People lie. People even lie to themselves, and that will come out seeming like truth because they think that they're telling themselves the truth, but they're lying to themselves. And they kind of do know that they're lying to themselves, but it's like one of those things where they can or cannot accept certain things, so they have to, like, their reality is what it is, and they try and make you believe in the reality, and maybe they believe it, but you don't have to believe in that. I think there's a lot to unpack there, but that is going to be the message for now. I totally love you guys, and I am praying on success and protection for everyone in my collective right now, no matter who you are. Okay, I want you all to learn your lessons and just don't do it. Bad energy, don't act out of it. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.